Hey, Eldon here, bringing meaning to your life and money. I want to talk about a very confusing subject today, which is how Social Security benefits are taxed. So let's jump into it. I've got like a little bit of an outline here on the screen. You'll see me look over towards that way. We'll just walk down through it. Hopefully, it brings some clarity to a very confusing topic. So when you hit retirement, you can choose to take your Social Security benefits at 62, 66, 70, or anywhere in between. And there's a formula that the IRS uses to determine what percentage, if any, of your Social Security benefit is taxed. And that formula is called the combined income formula. It consists of your adjusted gross income plus your non-taxable interest plus half of your Social Security benefits. So your adjusted gross income includes your wages, self-employment income, taxable retirement distributions. That's probably the most common one. That would be an IRA distribution. And any other income sources before deductions. So this is income before deductions. That's your adjusted gross, not your so it's your income before the standard deduction or itemized deductions. Non-taxable interest, that doesn't apply to very many people, but there are people that receive interest from municipal bonds or other tax-exempt investments. And then half of your Social Security benefit. So if your Social Security benefit is $30,000 for the year, $15,000 would go into this formula. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Taxation of Social Security thresholds. So if you're single, if you're below $25,000 using this formula, then 0% of your benefit is taxed. 25 to 34, 50% of your benefit is taxed. And above 34, up to 85. These things are on a graded scale. If you're married, filing jointly is how you file your taxes, and your combined income, meaning your income according to this formula, is below $32,000, then you're taxed at 0%. 32 to 44, 50%. Over 44, 85%. So let's just give a few examples, right? So let's say you retire at 62 and you haven't started your pension yet. And you've got some money sitting in your savings, you've got some money sitting in investment accounts, and you're just trying to decide whether or not to take your Social Security benefits. Well, if you retire and you just start drawing from savings and your investment accounts, they don't have huge gains, you're going to be taxed at 0% maybe, 10%. And if you add your Social Security benefits in, they may or may not be taxed, right? But let's say you retire at 62 and you have to start taking money out of your 401k in order to meet income needs, your IRAs, that kind of thing, because all your money's in retirement assets. Well, then, let's say you need $5,000 a month to live on and you're married. Well, that's $60,000 a year. That's over $44,000. So if you're taking Social Security also, up to 85% of that benefit will be taxed. Does that make sense? So this is really for scenarios, depends what kind of assets you have, as far as the right strategy to if you're trying to avoid the tax. Most of my clients are just taxed up to 85%, and that's just the way it is. You can avoid that a little bit by delaying it. It's something that should come into the calculation as to when you take your Social Security benefits, along with other things, longevity being the main one. So to continue with the formula or the page here, the tax is just added to your taxable income at ordinary income tax rates. Some of the strategies, like I said, you can delay your Social Security. That's one strategy. You can use Roth accounts. You can do tax-efficient withdrawals, which is talking about delaying your Social Security. Money from your Roth account is not taxable, so therefore doesn't count against you in this formula. You can do qualified charitable distributions once you hit 70 and a half to reduce your taxable income from your IRA, meaning you use your IRA to fund your tithing or fund your charitable distributions versus taking a distribution from your IRA and then sending it. Anyway, it's a way to avoid taxes on IRA distributions once you hit 70.5 if you give to charity. So hopefully that was helpful and not just more confusing. It is a complicated thing. It's useful to run models and scenarios when you get to in that situation, you get to retirement, to try and make the best decision for you, given the tax rates at the time, given your assets mix, like what you have in taxable accounts and non-taxable accounts, Roth accounts, those kinds of things can make a real big difference in what the right way is to take Social Security. We can model that for you. That's one of the things we do, and we're pretty good at it. So, yeah, hopefully this was helpful and educational and will help you have a more meaningful and successful life. Take care. Bye.